Hello, Lincoln community. I know that I talk a lot on these videos about the importance of parent engagement and that we encourage you to come to school whenever you are invited. The research is very strong that being on campus builds that connection between school and family, and that partnership is one of the key factors in the success of your child, both academically as well as socially, emotionally, and relationally. We had 3 events this week on campus, and we're really excited that we had great turnout. We had the middle school and high school parents come together with our counselors for a class on compassionate parenting, something we all struggle with, being able to do the best that we can with our kids. And this was some guided conversations that offered strategies and tips for parents who are seeking support. A number of parents were on campus this week for Sean Truman. He himself is a third culture kid. He runs the Truman Group, which is an organization focused on mental health support for expats. And through his work, he became very involved in serving international schools. And so he has come to do some work and outreach with us to talk about our kids. What does mental health look like, anxiety, depression, and how are those behaviors surfacing for our students in a post-COVID era? Yesterday we had a parent coffee in the morning with our middle school families and led by 4 of our middle school teachers, talking about student advocacy and choice and assessments. It was a very dynamic session with a very strong turnout. Over the past couple of weeks, we've also had some great opportunities for our students to engage with teams here in our community from clubs and local schools. We often share about our travels to Brazil or to Chile when we compete with schools within our SAC tournament. But in the past week, we brought the Copa Condors on campus with 5 local schools, as well as a swimming competition with over 150 swimmers coming to Lincoln from area schools. It's a great opportunity for our students to have more frequent and regular events and to practice their talents while building relationships with others in the community. I also want to share a little bit about how our students are acknowledging and celebrating both their differences as well as their sameness. This week is Ally Week. Our Gender and Sexuality Alliance Club put together different activities to raise awareness and to celebrate our diversity. Next week on October 12th, we are celebrating Unity Day. We love and appreciate the ways that our Lincoln community is so rich and strengthened by our diversity. Unity Day is a day where we celebrate how we come together and celebrate what we all have in common. All of our students will be engaging activities from our K-4 up to our seniors. And the students are mostly the ones who are organizing and leading these events. So we're looking forward to a wonderful celebration on October 12th. And as we close down our first quarter of learning, middle school and high school students will be receiving updates on their academic progress and learning, as well as their learning habits. Please make sure to take the time to review those carefully with your children. Talk about goals that they might set for the second quarter of the year. And do reach out to the school if you have any questions or need some time to have conversations with teachers. Elementary students won't receive formal reports at this date. They receive them throughout the quarter, but also always are available to connect with you if you have questions. Do remember that next week is a short week. We have 4 days together, closing out on the 12th, which is Unity Day. We'll then have our October break, which is starting on the 13th, and we'll see you back at school on October 23rd. Thank you and have a great weekend.